Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the video blog of Celestial Sphere. And in this video blog, I will tell you about the sky, about the celestial events, and all the stars and constellations that you can see in a dark place. And this time, I'm going to present you the sky of November, and all stars, constellations, planets, and celestial events that you can see in November. And this time I'm going to show you the sky of November. In November, this is the sky in November in early evening, and you can see the famous summer triangle is still visible in southwestern sky, and of course the Milky Way and its brightest region here around Cygnus, and at very low altitude you can see also the star cloud of Scutum constellation. And then in the southeast you can see the big Pegasus square, and planet Jupiter is rising in early evening in the east. And then in northern sky you can see the Big Bear and the famous Big Dipper here. Arcturus is setting in west. And then a little bit later, when we go forward in time, around midnight, you can see the famous constellation of Orion, the Hunter, is rising in southeast, and also the other winter constellations, Taurus, Auriga, and Gemini. And planet Jupiter will be very well visible in southern sky. Will be bright star-looking object, very well visible. And then in the east you can see also the constellation of Leo is rising, and also faint planet Mars. They are very close to bright star of Regulus. Then when we go a little bit further in time, in early morning you can see the constellation of Orion in southern sky, and also the brightest star of the sky, Sirius, here in the south at very low altitude, and it will be visible from a high point or any place where there are not much obstacles, trees or buildings blocking the view. And then if we go still a little bit further, and then we can see that just before the sun rises, the constellation of Leo is already in the south, and also Mars will be well visible. And then there's something that is actually best visible in the evening sky, which will be the comet Carrot, visible here close to constellations of Hercules and Vega. It will be a faint comet visible with telescopes, and actually it will be better visible in the evening. And if we go a little bit backwards in time, back to the evening sky, then we can see it better. It will be high here in southwestern sky in the evening, well visible with telescope. And then in the evening sky you can see also the famous galaxy of Andromeda. It is well visible with naked eye in dark place here in constellation of Andromeda. And of course in dark place you can see the all Milky Way from southwest, from constellations of Serpens and Scutum all the way up to Auriga and Taurus. And in Milky Way you can see lots of deep sky objects, like the famous double cluster here in the constellation of Perseus, and many other open clusters in Auriga and in Cassiopeia, of course, and lots of them in constellation of Cygnus. And if you have a slightly bigger telescope, you still can see the supernova of the galaxy Messier 101 here in the Big Dipper. It will be shining with magnitude of about 12, still visible with larger telescopes. And of course lots of other variable stars, like famous cataclysmic dwarf nova called SS Cygni in the constellations of Cygnus, and it's worth observing because now the Association of American Variable Star Observers, they have a observation campaign for that star, and there will be sudden outbursts in that star, and now it's encouraged to you to observe that star and make observations and report them to AAVSO. And then there will be in the morning sky on 17th of November the meteor shower of Leonids will be visible, and here you can see the constellation of Leo, and the radiant is somewhere here around the circle of Leo, and the activity of that meteor shower will be slightly lower this time. There will be about 10 to 20 meteors per hour, but I think it's still worth watching if you have clear skies, which is unfortunately very uncommon situation now in November, at least here in Northern Europe. But hopefully you will have clear skies and you can see the stars. But I think these were the most important things here in the northern sky, here under the North Star. And so just keep on looking the skies, and of course keep on watching these video blogs. And this time I think this was all, and clear skies to you all. Thank you very much.